All right, guys. So I watched The Last of Us episode 4 of season 2. And as always, potential spoiler alert for not just this episode, but for The Last of Us Part 2, the game as well. I just openly talk about it all. So if you're only a fan of the show, might not want to watch this because I'll discuss potential spoilers for what's to come in the show. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the discussion. So we start off with a Josh Peck jump scare. Kind of glad that he was killed immediately. Josh Peck completely takes me out of the world of The Last of Us. Very happy that he is not a recurring character. No hate on Josh. You were great on that sitcom. But yeah, no. He served his purpose. He was a little douchebag, and then he got blown up by Jeffrey Wright playing Isaac. So, yeah, this was all not in the game. This is just giving us more of Isaac's backstory, where he used to be a Fedra agent, and I guess now he joined the WF. He didn't found it. It looks like he's leading them in the Last of Us Part 2, right? But it seems like he didn't found it. He kind of just joined their rebellion, and it was a really cool scene with him. It was a twist that I did not see coming, and I was like, "Whoa, dude! I can't believe he blew up the van." But yeah, this is by far one of the most exciting things of this season is that we're exploring more of Isaac's character because you just don't really get much of it in the game. I really like the scene where Ellie and Dina are confused by pride. Very ironic. I guess it's just interesting to think about how in the apocalypse a lot of the political movements that we have nowadays are just lost to history, right? Everything that we think is so important nowadays is in the future, especially if an apocalypse or something like that happens, it's going to be what? Pride? What is LGBT? It's interesting to think about. We then get what's one of the more iconic scenes from the game, which is, of course, Ellie singing Take On Me to Dina. And I will say, this is definitely an example of a scene that I think is a lot better in the show than it is in the game, because it's great in the game as well, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have as much of a narrative weight as it does in the show, because in the game it's pretty clear that Dina's already way into Ellie, and so she just kind of sits there and listens to it and is yeah, it's a nice song, I feel like. But in the show, you can see it in Isabella Merced's performance. This is the moment where she's falling in love with Ellie, and it's dawning on her, and she's realizing